Good. Everybody, hi everybody, hello, hi all my viewers, and I'm very thankful again you all. Um, I'm getting opportunity to give lecture video to all my good viewers. I'm very thankful to all of them. Kindly see my past video which I have posted. Today I will explain you what is the difference between spark ignition and compression ignition engine. What is the meaning of spark ignition engine and compression ignition engine? Spark, very easily you can understand spark. Some spark. Have you seen some spark when you are somebody who smoke? Sometimes they use lighter. That lighter sometimes doesn't burn, but it spark. Like that, when small spark takes place, due to which burning takes place, that is known as spark ignition engine. If you very easily, if you have seen lighter anytime, or else even in gas cylinder also, when you use burn the gas cylinder, then you use lighter. That lighter which burns the gas cylinder, that how it burns, you like the by the help of small spark only it gets burnt. Yes or not? That small spark which you see, same thing spark will be there in spark plug in petrol engine. That is known as spark ignition engine. Spark ignition engine means where you are giving spark by the help of spark plug, where you are giving spark which is burning the petrol. That is known as spark ignition engine. And spark ignition engine is which engine? Petrol engine. Petrol engine is also known as spark ignition engine. Then diesel engine, how it combustion takes place in petrol engine? Homogeneous combustion takes place. What is there inside the cylinder? There will be mixture of petrol and air. Okay, that will be in mixtured form. That is like a homogeneous mixture will be there, and that mixture get burned by the help of spark plug. That is known as spark ignition engine. Then I will explain you compression ignition engine. What do you mean by compression ignition engine or CI engine? CI engine means by the help of fuel injector. What is fuel injector? Through which diesel engine comes out in the form of fine droplets. That is known as fuel injector, through which the diesel engine comes out, and that shape of the fuel injector is converging. Converging means reducing in area. At the end, the nozzle. What is nozzle? Suppose this is my hand. That through this finger, suppose fuel is coming. These two finger through at the end portion is known as nozzle. Nozzle means the end portion of the fuel injector through which fuel comes. That is known as nozzle. That through which fuel diesel comes, that end portion is known as nozzle. So what I am telling you, in diesel engine, through the help of fuel injector, fuel comes in the form of very tiny small droplets. In the form of very tiny small droplets, diesel engine is coming out through the fuel injector, and then atomization takes place. Atomization means mixing of air and diesel, and through this combustion takes place. Okay, my dear. So everybody remember, spark ignition means engine means petrol engine, compression ignition engine means diesel engine. Okay, so spark ignition engine is in which engine? Spark ignition engine is in petrol engine. Compression ignition engine is in which engine? Compression ignition engine is in diesel engine. Spark ignition engine is in petrol engine. Compression ignition engine is in diesel engine. Okay, so both the things are not same, both the things are different. Spark ignition engine, which oil we use? Petrol. Compression ignition, which oil we use? Diesel. So when we talk about spark ignition engine, so spark plug is there in petrol engine. Okay, what is there in petrol engine? Spark plug. What is the work of spark plug? It gives spark. Why spark it gives? To burn homogeneous mixture. What homogeneous mixture is there in petrol engine? Petrol and air mixture is there. It is there in homogeneous form. That homogeneous mixture is burned by the help of spark plug. That's why they also give the name spark ignition engine. And diesel engine, what combustion is take place? Compression ignition. So how compression ignition fuel take place? By the help of fuel injector. Fuel injector, what is the use of fuel injector? To send fuel diesel in the form of tiny droplets inside the cylinder. What is the meaning of atomization? Atomization means mixing of air and fuel. The fuel comes out through the fuel injector. That fuel mixed with the air in a proper manner, or more amount of air or more volume of air comes in contact with diesel oil, which comes in the form of tiny droplets through the help of fuel injector, which gets burnt. That is known as atomization. Atomization means combustion of diesel and oil. How combustion takes place in diesel oil? Combustion takes place in diesel oil because diesel oil comes out in the form of tiny droplets, okay, through the help of fuel injector. That tiny droplets gets burnt and finally combustion takes place. Spot combustion takes place. Okay, so spark ignition and compression ignition, it is very important. Spark ignition is petrol engine, compression ignition is in diesel engine. Spark plug is there in petrol engine and fuel injector is there in diesel engine. Kindly remember. Okay. See, when you are talking about diesel and petrol engine, in diesel engine, spark plug is not there. Please remember, spark plug is there only in petrol engine. In diesel engine, spark plug is not there. Okay, but fuel injector is not there in petrol engine. Fuel injector is there in diesel engine. This is the main important difference. Spark plug is not there in diesel engine. Spark plug is there in petrol engine. Fuel injector is not there in petrol engine. Fuel injector is there in diesel engine. Okay. How combustion takes place in diesel engine? Spot combustion. Spot combustion means many places in the cylinder, many small places in the cylinder, diesel oil gets mixed with air and get burnt. How it get burnt? By its own. How it get burnt by its own? Diesel air, diesel is coming in contact with hot air. How hot air is we get? Due to compression. Before lecture, I explained you what is compression. Compression means piston is going from bottom to top. So as piston moves from bottom to top, the air gets compressed. What is compressed? Volume decreases, pressure increases, temperature increases. So as piston is moving from bottom to top, the air on top of the piston gets compressed. What is compressed? Volume decreases, pressure increases, temperature increases. So as the air gets compressed, that air mixed with the diesel and combustion, it started gets burnt. In many places inside the cylinder, small combustion takes place. This is known as spot combustion. Okay, spot combustion takes place inside the engine cylinder, and due to this reason, combustion takes place, which finally leads to very high pressure and temperature, which pushes the piston downward. Piston is pushed downwards. Okay, so this is known as expansion or power stroke also. So if I show you by the help of diagram, it will be very clear to you. See, this is spark plug. Okay, this is a spark plug. Through this spark plug, spark it gives, and this spark will burn the homogeneous mixture. Okay, homogeneous mixture is already present inside the cylinder, and this piston during compression stroke, the pressure and temperature of homogeneous mixture is increased. The spark plug gives spark, which burns the homogeneous mixture. See, here I have shown by the arrow, homogeneous mixture of petrol and air is present inside the cylinder. Spark plug gives spark that burns the homogeneous mixture of petrol and air inside the cylinder. Piston moves up, which compresses the homogeneous mixture of petrol and air, and then spark plug gives spark, which finally burn. So this is the thing which happens in petrol engine. See. Okay, so the spark plug is giving spark, and which is finally burning, and finally piston is pushed downward. Okay, so what is happening inside the cylinder? Homogeneous mixture is there. Okay, what happening? That homogeneous mixture, spark plug gives spark. That homogeneous mixture get burned. Why it get burned? Because its pressure and temperature is increased. Why its pressure and temperature is increased? Because due to compression, piston increases the pressure and temperature of homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture pressure and temperature, piston increases by the help of compression. So on top of the piston, what is a homogeneous mixture is there. That homogeneous mixture, pressure and temperature is increased. How it increased? By the help of piston. The piston moves up, that increases the pressure and temperature of the homogeneous mixture. Then spark plug gives spark, which burn this homogeneous mixture. So spark plug is burning this homogeneous mixture. Due to burning the seam, now due to burning, what happened? Piston is pushed downward. Why happening? Because it creates very high pressure and temperature, which moves the piston very fast. Okay, so this is the thing which is happening. And spark plug is giving spark. See, now spark plug is not given. See the photo. Spark plug is not given spark. Okay, it started. It given spark just starting. So as then flame starts. After small spark, it creates a flame. Now see, the flame started, and this flame creates very high pressure and temperature, which pushes the piston downward. So piston is pushed downward. Okay, so from the help of spark, what is happening? Flame comes, and that flame finally pushes the piston downwards. First, you try to understand the combustion characteristics, or how the combustion looks like in petrol engine. Okay, how the combustion looks like. In petrol engine, the combustion which takes place is like regular flame front. What is the meaning of regular flame front? Example, fire in the forest. Have you seen fire in the forest? One movie I was watching, there they have shown the fire taking place in the forest. Fire taking place in the forest, there are some firemen, they tried to protect fire, but all of them died. This is real story. All of them died because in forest, when fire takes place, it takes place very heavily, and it propagates. From one place it starts, from that place it propagates. From that place it starts progressing very rapidly, or very frequently it progresses. From the place which it starts, from that place it progresses or move very fast. So like that, propagation was taking place very quickly. So, and that's why they can't protect it. So forest fire is very dangerous. Same thing. Here the combustion which takes place is like regular flame front. It starts from one place and it propagates or move in a serially or forward. From the place where it starts, from there it moves forward. Like fire in the forest or wood. When you are burning wood, suppose you are burning, many woods are there. From one place you started, then from this place the wood starts burning, progressing, burning from, suppose there are many woods. From the side you start burn one wood. So from this wood, all the other wood also will start burning. So same way, the combustion which takes place in petrol engine is regular flame front. From the flame, it starts propagating. So see, which I am showing you. From here the spark plug is spark, and from there the flame started, and which finally pushed the piston downwards due to high pressure and temperature. So from spark plug, fire takes place, and from fire, very high pressure and temperature takes place, which pushes the piston downwards. So the type of combustion which takes place in petrol engine is regular flame front. Okay, so homogeneous mixture is present inside the cylinder. Homogeneous mixture of petrol and air. Even though you give spark, there are some delay which takes place for combustion of petrol. That delay is known as chemical delay. Even though you put spark, but still some time it takes to start burning or producing flame. That because that time which it takes, that is known as chemical delay. Okay. So this is about diesel engine. In diesel engine, I told you this is a fuel injector, and this fuel injector is converging in shape, and through this fuel injector diesel oil comes. Okay, see diesel oil. Diesel oil is coming out through this fuel injector. Okay, and this diesel oil which is coming out through fuel injector, inside the cylinder only air is there. Only air is there, and due to this diesel oil which comes out, spot combustion takes place. Means many places inside the cylinder, small combustion will take place. See, many places inside the cylinder. See, many places like this, in many places inside the cylinder, small combustion takes place, which creates very high pressure and temperature, and it pushes the piston downwards. So see, in the cylinder, there are many places in the cylinder where small combustion will take place, which combustion will produce very high pressure and temperature, which will finally push the piston downwards. This is known as spot combustion. See, what I want to show you, this is the thing. Now, I want to explain you what is do you mean by compression ratio. Compression ratio is stroke volume plus clearance volume divided by clearance volume. See my dear, stroke volume plus clearance volume divided by clearance volume. What is compression ratio? Compression ratios, what is stroke volume? Those students who don't or people who don't know what is compression ratio, I will explain you. Stroke volume means the piston is starting from bottom dead center. Suppose I am assuming this place from where the piston is starting. This line which I have shown, broken line, from this place piston starts moving. And this broken line which I have shown in top, at this place piston stops. Okay. What I am telling you, piston starts moving from this place, from the down this broken line which I have shown, and piston stops moving at the top place. It doesn't go and hit the top of the wall. So at the top, why it doesn't go and hit the top of the wall? Because somebody can ask why piston does not go and hit the top of the wall. Because if piston do such kind of thing, there will be not enough cooling of the valve. There will be valve. In this side, there will be inlet valve. In the right hand side, there will be exhaust valve. I have not drawn the valve, but in past, I have shown there will be valve. One is inlet valve, one is exhaust valve. This valve, this is one inlet, this is one exhaust. So this valve will get burnt. That's why there is always small space which is left from the piston top and the top of the wall of the cylinder. This is top wall of the cylinder and this is piston top. Till the place where piston go, that I have shown by broken line top, that is top dead center. From the bottom point where the piston starts moving, that bottom I have shown in broken line, that is bottom dead center. So the distance from bottom dead center to top dead center is stroke volume. What is stroke volume? Stroke volume is the total volume from the bottom dead center to the top dead center. This total volume is known as stroke volume. Stroke volume is the total volume from bottom dead center to the top dead center. And there is small space left from the top dead center and the cylinder top. That small space is known as clearance volume. What is clearance volume? That small space which is left from the top of the wall of the cylinder. See, this is top of the wall of the cylinder and this is top till where the piston moves. That small space which is left, that is known as clearance volume. So what is compression ratio? Stroke volume plus clearance volume divided by clearance volume. So compression ratio is 6 to 10 for Otto cycle and it is 16 to 20 for diesel cycle. So compression ratio is what? Stroke volume plus clearance volume divided by clearance volume. And what is the value of compression ratio for Otto cycle? 6 to 10. What is the compression ratio for diesel cycle? 16 to 20. Otto cycle is applicable for which engine? Petrol engine. Diesel cycle is applicable for which engine? Diesel engine. Okay. Then detonation in petrol engine. What is how detonation takes place in petrol engine? Okay. As I can show you the thing, detonation in petrol engine takes place. Suppose in petrol engine, what is there? Spark plug. Spark plug is there in petrol engine. So what is happening in petrol engine? Spark plug, and this is piston. This is piston. This is spark plug. Okay. Spark plug gives spark, and opposite of the spark plug, there will be another flame comes. Please try to understand. What type of combustion takes place? What is the characteristics of combustion, or how combustion looks like in petrol engine? It is like regular flame front. Before I told you, it is like regular flame front. So one place the flame comes like this and it starts from the spark plug. Opposite of the spark plug, another flame comes of the same intensity, and both the flame mix and produce very high pressure and temperature that damage the piston. This is known as detonation in petrol engine. Why detonation in petrol engine takes place? Due to two flames coming in opposite direction. One flame comes from the side of the spark plug, another flame comes from the top of the piston. So both the flames, when they combine, they produce very high pressure and temperature, which is enough to damage the piston, cylinder wall, and even seize the or totally stop the engine. Okay. So what is happening? See, This is spark plug. I told you, through the help of spark plug, the one flame comes, okay, and that is progress from the spark plug. And another flame is also coming on opposite of the spark plug. These two flames combine and produce very high pressure and temperature. This high pressure and temperature finally damage the piston. This is the reason detonation takes place. Why opposite flame comes? Why opposite flame comes from the spark plug? One flame is coming, another flame is coming opposite of the spark plug. What is the reason? The reason is that opposite flame comes from because the piston gets overheated. Sometimes there will be small cavity in the piston or small hole which is very difficult to see. In that hole carbon deposits takes place due to using poor quality of petrol or petrol. Slowly carbon and or not cleaning the piston or not properly doing maintenance of the piston, small carbon deposit will be there in the piston. That carbon deposit leads to very high, that carbon deposit slowly temperature of the carbon deposit will increase, and that will lead to fire, and that fire will increase. This piston hot spot, piston top creates an hot spot due to carbon deposit. Piston top, see, this is the piston. On top of the piston, hot spot takes place due to carbon deposit, and this hot spot will act like a spark plug. Okay, this hot spot will act like a spark plug, and due to which flame propagates, and two flame will come from different direction, one from the spark plug, another on top of the piston, and these two flame join and creates very high pressure and temperature, which will finally may lead to damage of the piston. So how detonation takes place in petrol engine? In petrol engine, one flame, the first to explain your detonation, first you should know what is the, how the combustion in petrol engine looks like. It is like regular flame front. Means from one spark plug, flame starts. And what happens sometimes, another flame also comes from opposite of the spark plug. Why another flame comes from opposite of the spark plug? Because piston top gets overheated. Why piston top gets overheated? Because due to carbon deposit, and that piston top becomes hot spot. That hot spot acts like a spark plug. That hot carbon sometimes gives spark, due to which flame starts, and these two flames combine and creates very high pressure and temperature. Detonation only takes place after the combustion. Please remember, detonation takes place only after the combustion. Detonation in petrol engine takes place only after the combustion. And how it takes place? It takes place because two flame comes, one from the spark plug, another from opposite of the spark plug. Opposite of the spark plug flame comes because piston top gets overheated, due to which flame comes from opposite of the spark plug. So two flame comes from, one from the spark plug, another from opposite of the spark plug. So these two flame combine together and creates very high pressure and temperature, which lead to damage of the piston, cylinder wall, everything. Even they totally capsize or stop the engine. So detonation we normally say in petrol engine. And detonation, what is the reason of detonation? Due to high pressure and temperature, some carbon deposits are there in the top of the piston. That carbon deposits creates a hot spot, and that hot spot acts like a spark plug, and that will propagate the flame opposite of the spark plug, and these two flames combine and creates very high pressure and temperature, due to which piston can get damaged, when cylinder wall also can get damaged. See, these two flames are combining, yes, due to which very high pressure and temperature. See, this here from the top of the spark plug one flame, and from the top of the piston another flame. These two flames combine and creates very high pressure and temperature. Detonation in petrol engine. Detonation in petrol engine, the reasons I have just now told you, same reasons they have 10. Two flame coming and two combining and creating, and detonation takes place. Please remember, it takes place after combustion. After combustion, another fuel also comes, and both the fuel combine and both the flame combine together, which creates very high pressure and temperature, and which we can easily identify by the help of sound. We can hear the sound. And in detonation, we can very easily identify by the ear of loud sound. Loud sound we can hear. Detonation is, that's why it's very easily to identify. Now, knocking in diesel engine. Why knocking in diesel engine takes place? Due to low pressure and temperature. Knocking in diesel engine takes place due to low pressure and temperature. Due to some diesel oil does not get burnt. Diesel oil, what is it? Comes out through fuel injector and spot combustion takes place. But some diesel oil does not get burnt due to either poor quality of diesel or some problem in fuel injector which does not send fuel in right time. The or fuel injector hole some gets choked by the help of some dust or anything. Due to all these reasons, some diesel oil remain inside the cylinder and that get burned before other diesel burn. What I'm telling you, some diesel suppose is present now, and this diesel will burn before other diesel will burn, and due to this reason very high pressure and temperature is produced. So knocking and detonation, both the things are totally different. Knocking takes place due to knocking in this petrol engine takes place due to high pressure and temperature. Detonation in diesel engine takes place due to less pressure and temperature. Please listen. Knocking in petrol engine takes place due to high pressure and temperature. Detonation in diesel engine takes place due to less pressure and temperature. Knocking in petrol engine takes place after combustion. Detonation in diesel engine takes place before combustion. So it is totally different. Whatever reasons which we know in knocking, totally different in, suppose we are going in a vehicle, in a car, okay, petrol car. We want to protect from knocking. What we should do? We should accelerator. We know everybody accelerator. What is the work of accelerator? There will be one valve that is known as throttle valve, through where petrol goes inside the cylinder. So that if suppose knocking is taking place in petrol engine, that time we should not send petrol inside the cylinder more, because that may lead to more high pressure and temperature. So what we will do, we'll try to send less petrol inside the cylinder, and we will try to go in less light gear, like third and fourth gear. Okay, third and fourth gear we will go, and we will send less. Why we will send less petrol? So that chances of knocking will reduce. See, what I want to show you in past thing. Here what is happening, at the end of the spark plug, when we talk, through here flame is coming, and the opposite of the piston another flame is coming. Suppose knocking started, you are going in a vehicle, how you can protect it? Knocking already started and you came to know by the help of loud sound knocking has started. How you can protect it? We will send less petrol inside the cylinder. Okay, by the help of accelerator we will send less petrol inside the cylinder, and we will try to reduce knocking by reducing the pressure and temperature. How we can reduce the pressure and temperature? We can reduce the pressure and temperature by going in third or fourth gear and going fast. If we go fast, then it will not, this fuel will eat up this fuel, and it will not allow this opposite fuel to progress, and it can prevent knocking. So if you go fast, if there is suppose this fuel get burnt, so this fuel will not get more time to burn. But if you going slowly, so more time for combustion will take place. So this fuel and this fuel can increase. But if you go fast, so chances of this fuel, opposite fuel to progress will be less, and knocking can be reduced. If suppose there is more swirling or more air, so this fuel will burn quickly, and it will not allow this fuel to burn. If you give time, it will burn, but if you don't give time, if you go fast slightly, then what is the thing? More time this opposite fuel will not get, and it will prevent you from knocking. First thing you have to do, you have to send less fuel inside the cylinder by the help of accelerator, and you have to go in third and fourth gear, which will allow the so that you can go a little bit fast. In light gear, third and fourth you can go, so that you can go a little bit fast, which will produce turbulence and which will burn this fuel, and it will not allow this fuel to burn, which in opposite side. This fuel will eat up this fuel, and this fuel will progress and it will eat up this fuel. It will not allow this fuel to come and mix. This fuel progress will move fast and will not allow this combustion to move fast. So it will prevent knocking, because if two combustion takes place, if you go in slowly, more time combustion it will get, and what is the thing, knocking will be increased. So we have to go in light gear, and we have to in accelerator we have to send less fuel inside the cylinder. But suppose detonation is taking place, see, this will be happening in knocking. Okay, suppose the detonation in petrol engine and knocking in diesel engine. Some book they say knocking in both case, knocking in petrol engine, knocking in diesel engine. Some books say, they say detonation in petrol engine, knocking in diesel engine. Or some book, so don't get confused. If I use the word knocking in petrol engine and also I say knocking in diesel engine, that is same. Okay, if I use the word knocking in petrol engine, detonation in diesel engine, that is also correct. So don't get confused. It depends upon the books. I am telling you knocking in petrol engine also and knocking in diesel engine also. So knocking in diesel engine. Why knocking takes place in diesel engine? Due to not properly combustion. Why knocking takes place in petrol engine? Due to high pressure and temperature. Why knocking takes place in diesel engine? Due to low pressure and temperature. Due to low pressure and temperature, fuel injector injects diesel and it does not get burned. How diesel engine is diesel fuel is burned? By atomization. What is atomization? Atomization means diesel will mix properly with more volume of air for proper combustion. But if the pressure and temperature of the air should be more. But if the pressure and temperature of the air is not more, if the pressure and temperature of the air is not more, diesel cannot properly mix with the hot air. This is known very dangerous. Okay, if diesel does not properly mix with the hot air and don't take combustion, that diesel will burn before other diesel will burn. Okay, that diesel will burn before other diesel will burn, and this is very much harmful to the engine. So what is knocking in diesel engine? Knocking in diesel engine means when you are burning the diesel, that diesel oil should burn. Suppose you are producing less pressure and temperature inside the cylinder, that diesel oil will not get burnt. If diesel oil does not get burnt, that diesel oil will remain inside the cylinder, and that diesel oil will burn before other diesel oil will burn. So this diesel burn, other diesel also burn. So it will create very high pressure and temperature. So knocking in petrol engine and knocking in diesel engine, both the things are different. Knocking in petrol engine takes place due to high pressure and temperature. Knocking in diesel engine takes place due to less pressure and temperature. Knocking in petrol engine takes place after combustion. Knocking in diesel engine takes place before combustion. Okay, so both the things are different. After combustion, knocking in a petrol engine takes place. Before combustion, knocking in diesel engine takes place. So both the things are totally different. Okay. Diesel engine when we use? Mostly we use in smaller vehicle. Why we don't use diesel engine is not used in smaller vehicle. Diesel is mostly used in bigger vehicle or heavier vehicle. Diesel engine is never used in smaller vehicle. Petrol engine where it is used? Petrol engine is used in smaller vehicle. Why petrol engine is not used in bigger vehicle? Why petrol engine is not used in bigger vehicle? The reason petrol engine is not used in bigger vehicle, because if petrol engine we use in bigger vehicle, then petrol can create knocking. I told you petrol can create knocking. So knocking normally can happen by petrol is used in bigger vehicle or bigger cylinder. Why petrol will create knocking in bigger cylinder? Because more bigger cylinder, more pressure and temperature we can get. And if more pressure and temperature we can get, more chances of knocking will be there. But if we use diesel in smaller vehicle, what will happen? It will not burn or improper combustion will take place. That may also lead to knocking. Why in diesel? Why you don't use diesel in smaller place or smaller vehicle? Because in smaller vehicle, diesel will only burn if you get high pressure and temperature. And high pressure and temperature here can only be possible if we compress in a more volume. If more air we compress in a more volume, we can get more high pressure and temperature. But smaller vehicle, we cannot get so much high pressure and temperature, because for creating high pressure and temperature, we need more bigger combustion chamber or more bigger cylinder. For more bigger cylinder, if we have compress it, then only we can get high pressure and temperature. That's why diesel engine is not used in smaller vehicle. Diesel engine mostly we use in bigger vehicle. Okay. Now, after this, I think everybody is clear. One thing I am telling you, that why we use two-stroke diesel engine in marine propulsion. Previous class I explained two-stroke, four-stroke. So some question and answer I want to discuss with you. Why we use two-stroke engine in marine propulsion? A two-stroke engine is used in marine propulsion because two-stroke engine creates more power and occupy less space. Suppose we want to use four-stroke engine, it will occupy more space to create the same power. That's why two-stroke engine is used in marine propulsion. Four-stroke engine, what is the meaning of marine propulsion? Turning the propeller of the ship. So when we turn the propeller of the ship, everybody might have seen propeller, a rotating thing. On back of the boat also you can see. So turning the propeller of the ship, we use two-stroke engine. Because if we use four-stroke engine, it cannot create that much power. Petrol engine and diesel engine. Petrol engine sometimes in winter time, when we try to start the engine, petrol engine, it becomes difficult to start. Same thing, if we use diesel engine, it becomes more difficult to start. Or combustion takes place little bit more time in diesel engine compared to petrol engine. What is the reason? In petrol engine, even though homogeneous combustion takes place, in petrol engine, I told you, homogeneous mixture of petrol and air is there inside the cylinder. In petrol engine, even though homogeneous combustion takes place, we are using spark plug, but still some time is required to burn. That is known as chemical delay. What do you mean by chemical delay? Even though homogeneous combustion is taking place inside the cylinder, and we are using spark plug, but still some time is required to burn that homogeneous mixture. That is known as chemical delay. In diesel engine, fuel injector we are using, and fuel injector is injecting diesel in the form of small tiny droplets. Here homogeneous mixture is not there. Here heterogeneous, here is there. We are sending diesel. Okay, so what is there? What I'm telling you, inside the cylinder, many places, small place, small spot combustion takes place. So here, after diesel and air mix, some time it requires to burn. Suppose diesel and air is mixing, atomization is taking place, but still some time is required to burn. What is atomization? Diesel and air mix, and then due to proper mixing of diesel and air, and which is at higher temperature air, atomization takes place. Atomization means mixing, and after that combustion takes place. So that combustion, when diesel and air mixed, even properly, still some time is required to burn. That is known as chemical delay. Chemical delay means mixing, homogeneous diesel and air mix. After mixing also some time is required. That is known as chemical delay. But in diesel engine, there is another delay. This is known as physical delay. What do you mean by physical delay? Physical delay means atomization taking place. Atomization taking place means diesel and air mixing. Diesel has to mix with air. Yes, that is known as atomization. After mixing, it is known as chemical delay. But it has to mix with air, which is at more volume. Small droplets of diesel also has to mix with air, which is having more volume. So that mixing takes some time. That is known as physical delay. So in diesel engine, there are two delays. One is physical delay, another is chemical delay. What is chemical delay? When fuel and air mixed, after mixing, some delay in combustion takes place. That is known as chemical delay. What is physical delay? Mixing of fuel and air. Fuel is mixing with air in small droplets of fuel is mixing with more quantity of air. That is known as atomization. So there will be two delay. One is chemical delay, one is physical delay in diesel engine. But in petrol engine, there is only one delay. That is chemical delay. In diesel engine, there are two delay. One is chemical delay and another is physical delay. That's why diesel engines is not used. Why diesel engine is so diesel engine creates more problem. Okay, diesel engine creates more problem for starting. This is the reason diesel engine creates more problem for starting, especially in winter time. So in winter time, people face more difficult in starting. Okay, compared to petrol engine, because the reason is that in diesel engine there are two delays. One is chemical delay and another is physical delay. But in petrol engine there is only one delay, that is chemical delay. Okay, I think my viewers, all of you are very clear to what I explained you. So anybody, if any having any query, kindly intimate me or tell me if you are having any query. Diesel engine and petrol engine, both the things, where we use diesel engine, where we use petrol engine. Diesel engine is not used. Please remember, diesel engine is not used in smaller vehicle. Diesel engine mostly we use in bigger vehicle where we want to generate more power. Okay, petrol engine on the other hand is not used in bigger vehicle. It is used in smaller vehicle. Again, I am telling you, diesel engine is not used in which vehicle? Smaller vehicle. Petrol engine is not used in which vehicle? Bigger vehicle. Why petrol engine is not used in bigger vehicle? Because petrol engine, if used in bigger vehicle, it will create knocking. Same thing, the improper combustion will take place in diesel engine if we use in smaller vehicle, or it may. So there is everything is having some. Now I will explain you octane number and Cetane number. What do you mean by octane number? What is mean by Cetane number? Octane number means rating of diesel fuel. See, diesel fuel and petrol fuel. Okay, octane number is used in petrol. Cetane number is used in diesel. Please listen. Octane number is used in petrol. Cetane number is used in diesel. So what is octane number? Octane number means there are two mixture. One is isooctane, okay, and another is N-heptane. Isooctane plus N-heptane. So isooctane is having octane number 100, N-heptane is having octane number 0. Isooctane is having octane number 100, N-heptane is having octane number 0. Suppose isooctane I am using 60% and N-heptane I am using 40%. So 60% of the volume I am using isooctane and 40% of the volume I am using N-heptane. Then and that thing I am checking in reference chamber. Reference chamber means a chamber which we are taking or assuming for practically before putting it inside the cylinder, we are checking in reference chamber, and that time it will show octane number 60. Same thing when we will use it in our practical cylinder, it will show octane number 60. So what I am telling you, octane number means what? It is the rating of petrol engine. Octane number, two things we will miss. One is isooctane and another is N-heptane. Isooctane, suppose I am thinking isooctane, I am putting 70% volume. 70% volume I am putting isooctane. And N-heptane I am thinking 30% volume I am using. Okay. And then when we are putting it in reference chamber, that time octane number will be, I told you 70% volume, octane number, whatever will be isooctane percentage volume, that will be octane number. If isooctane is 70%, so octane number will be 70%. If isooctane is 80%, so octane number is 80%. If octane number is 85%, octane number is 85%. So depending on the isooctane percentage volume, octane number will decide. So first we will check it in reference chamber, and that reference chamber will show you suppose 75% I am using isooctane. So 75% will be octane number which we will get in reference chamber. Same thing when we will put it inside the cylinder, we will get 75%. Okay. So octane number, can a octane number will be more than 100? Yes. In which cases octane number is more than 100? Those will be used in high altitudes aircraft, those fuel, petrol, those as having octane number even more than 100. Okay. Octane number can be more than 100. Okay. Can octane number be zero? Yes. Can octane number can be more than 100? Yes. What is octane number? Octane number is a combination of two things. One is isooctane and n-heptane. The percentage volume of isooctane which is there, suppose 70% I am using isooctane and 30% I am using n-heptane. Then my octane number will be 70 in the reference chamber. Then practically when we put in the cylinder, it will having also the same thing, 70. So whatever, suppose we are using 100% isooctane, n-heptane I am using 0. So my octane number 100% volume I am using isooctane and n-heptane I am putting 0. So my octane number will be 100%. Okay, depending upon the isooctane percentage volume, octane number we decide. Now, cetane number. What do we mean by cetane number? Cetane number is the combination of two things. Cetane number, octane number is isooctane, n-heptane. Cetane number is also two things. Okay, see, octane number is having less carbon content. Isooctane is having less carbon content. Okay, so in cetane number also we use two things. Cetane number is the rating of the fuel which is used in diesel engine. Okay, in cetane number there are two things is there, N-cetane and alpha methyl naphthalene. Okay, N-cetane and alpha methyl naphthalene. So N-cetane percentage volume will give you to know the cetane number in diesel engine. Okay, alpha methyl naphthalene is having cetane number 0, N-cetane is having cetane number is 100. So octane number is denotes the knocking intensity of petrol engine. Cetane number denotes the ignition delay in diesel engine. Kindly remember, octane number denotes the knocking resistance in petrol engine. Knocking resistance in petrol engine can be determined by octane number. Cetane number will denote or help us to know the ignition delay in diesel engine. Octane number will help us to know the knocking resistance in petrol engine. Cetane number will help us to know the ignition delay in diesel engine. What is cetane number? Cetane number is a combination of N-cetane and plus alpha methyl naphthalene. N-cetane is having 100% cetane number, alpha methyl naphthalene is 0%. Same like that, as much volume we put N-cetane, that will be our cetane number. Okay. So octane number you learned about cetane number. So I think everything is clear to you. Now I will show you in short summary all the things which I have told you in a short summary. Okay, whatever I taught you till now, I will show you all in a short summary. Okay. See, I told you homogeneous mixture of petrol and air is burned inside the cylinder, and the spark plug gives spark. Okay, and the type of combustion which takes place in petrol engine is regular flame front. That is only, it is shown here, regular flame front. In diesel engine, what combustion takes place? Spot combustion. And octane number is given in petrol engine. Cetane number is given in diesel engine. So octane number 18 is given in petrol engine. Cetane number 18 is given in diesel engine. Why petrol engine is used in a smaller vehicle, not bigger? Because it will create either knocking. I am telling everything knocking. Don't get confused. Some book tell knocking, okay, in petrol engine, detonation in diesel engine. Some books say it's detonation in petrol engine, knocking in diesel engine. Some books say both the things same. Okay, so I am using knocking for both. Okay, to explain you nicely, not to confuse you, you can use the word knocking for both petrol and diesel engine. Why two-stroke engine is marine diesel engine? Because it creates more power at the by occupying less space. Chemical delay is taking place in petrol engine, and chemical delay is taking place in petrol engine, and chemical delay and physical delay is taking place in diesel engine. Thank you for watching. Kindly watch my other videos to be more clear, and please subscribe my channel. Okay, please subscribe my channel. Thank you all of you, and subscribe and like my channel. Okay. Detonation is for diesel engine. Okay. Please like and subscribe. Thank you all of you. Before ending my lecture video, I am thankful to all the lecturers and professors from whom I enhance my knowledge. There are many professors are there, so it's not, I don't have so much time. So I'm very much thankful by because due to them only I enhance my knowledge and I'm giving idea to you all. Okay, thank you all of you.